Hi, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you and what you may need to hear right now whenever you come across this reading. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What is going on for my Saggies? Show me clearly. What my Sagittarians need to know right now. We have the Bright Mother coming out. Unity. Oh, and the Feline. Before we get to the new stuff, the way the Feline flew out ahead of the Bright Mother, this is similar energy that came through in Cancer's reading. Okay, and we also have Honesty at the bottom. Kind of similar energy that came through for Cancer, because it's like before you get to the good stuff, before you get to all this new energy, new cycle, new vibes, there are some things you need to take care of. There's some unfinished business, there's some loose ends, there's some things that you may need to address, especially with Honesty at the bottom. There may be some things you're having to talk about or discuss. Either you're needing to be honest with yourself about something, or you need to be honest with somebody, or somebody has to tell you something. They have something to say. Okay, there may be something from your past that's being brought up around this time. This is so that you can move forward, so that everybody can move on. There's something here that needs to be resolved, and it keeps coming back up. Whatever this is, it keeps coming back up. Now, this might actually be setting you up for a new beginning or second chance, or some of you have like a reconciliation that's taking place, Feline, with the Bright Mother, starting things over but doing things differently. You could be feeling very exposed or vulnerable right now, or this is something that you're having to proceed with caution, or like with pure gentleness. This is divine feminine energy. This is the energy of creation. It feels this, there's like an energy of merging or coming together with this Unity card. There's something, this always reminds me of the reproductive system. there's something that is being brought to life. There's something that is expanding, and it's very intense. And I am getting something about 9 months, so either 9 months from now, or it's bringing up something that occurred 9 months ago, and you're in this process of like birthing it into your reality. Maybe there's something coming up about pregnancies for some of you. But there's like some loose ends that need to be cleared up. There's something that is incomplete, and until you complete whatever this is on hold. This new chapter, this new beginning, this new experience seems to be on hold until you address whatever this is. And whatever this is, you got to be honest. You need to be honest. You need to come clean. I feel a little heaviness. I feel a little hesitation with that. Mickle and Muckle, and then Fairies of the Future. This hasn't happened yet. You know what? Universe has a funny sense of humor. Universe has a little funny sense of humor. I actually kind of get an awkward energy with Honesty and Mickle and Muckle. It's kind of like an awkward laugh, laughing through the awkwardness, laughing through the discomfort, like someone almost trembling over their words. Fairies of the Future, it's always a card that's indicating like be here now, because something is about to take place. Something's about to get moving very quickly, very fast, and you need to be ready to jump on board and like take action or respond quickly and swiftly, be very adaptable. So that is interesting, because as soon as one door closes, another door opens, and it's like instantaneously. Okay, so we'll see what that's about in a little bit. Let's get into the tarot. For Sagittarius, show me clearly. What do my Sagittarians need to know? Messenger of Fire, your first card out, and it is your elements. There's something you have your eyes on, or you're in the process of making a decision here. You're weighing out options, trying to figure out what the next step is or what your approach should be. But it's like lighthearted, it's very airy, but like something is up in the air. This probably goes back into the feline. There's something that's up in the air. There's something that continues to keep fluctuating, or you're on the fence about. kind of having to maneuver through and be adaptable, like we were just saying. Transformation in the Four of Earth. You could be resisting some sort of change that's occurring that is in the process of unfolding. There's something that is greatly changing, and you might be holding on or a bit afraid or kind of sad about these changes because it's asking you to leave behind what's familiar. It's asking you to step out of your comfort zone, and you may be telling yourself that you can't, or that you're not ready, or like you're sad to leave behind what's familiar. You're like wishing things were different, or you're on the fence about it. It hasn't happened yet, or you're about to, make this next step, and you know that it's going to have a ripple effect. And so you're like, shit, what am I going to do? There may be some sort of conversation that you have in the near future where you're going to have to make a choice. I'm hearing something about like an ultimatum, or let me see here. Show me clearly what's going on for Sagittarius. That's a lot. Oh, yeah, well, we'll take it. It's 3 cards. So we have the Star, we have the 8 of Earth, and then we have the 7 of Earth. See, so there is a bit of a realignment or recalibration from the 8 of Earth to then the 7. So we're taking a step back. We're making adjustments to certain plans. Okay, so the Star, Messenger of Fire to the Star. We're in Aquarius season, by the way. The Star is Aquarius energy. You're looking over at some sort of desire that you have. This desire could be personal. It could be about your finances. It could be about a relationship. Whatever this goal is, whatever this desire is, you're looking over at it. And remember, when we had the Messenger of Fire, we had the 2 of Pentacles, and you're like weighing it out. So you're looking over at this wish fulfillment, and you're kind of like considering it, but it's still up in the air, or you're still like feeling things out. Or maybe it's tying into the whole feline aspect or the honesty aspect that we saw. So again, we're going to clarify this, but you're looking over at this desire and you're curious. But Messenger of Fire, this is still in the early stages. It's still very fresh, very new. There's a lot to explore, a lot to feel out, a lot to figure out. And it's also showing here that you're having to put in quite a bit of effort with this 8 of Earth. So there's a lot of persistence. There's a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. There's a lot of precision that comes with this, right? Instruments, string instruments, the practice of putting your fingers in the position of the chord. You get like cramps in your fingers. I was talking about this in Cancer's reading. You get cramps in your fingers. You get calluses. Your fingers hurt for a few days. It peels, like, the process to mastery. It's not easy. That's why whatever this is, most people are not masters at this skill or at this ability, but you are, or you're in the process of practice makes perfect. Now, we go from the 8 of Earth, which is like it's dedication, it's consistency, it's showing up, even on the days you don't feel like it, or the days where you really are struggling, but like being dedicated and showing up each and every single day, or as much as possible. And then we go from that to the 7 of Earth, where it's like, okay, now we're taking a step back, now we're recalibrating, now we're checking in, but all right, how did that work? What adjustments do I need to make? Is this leading me to the desired outcome? Is this taking me to where I want to go, where I want to be? Is this helping me get there, or is this steering me off course, steering me off track? So you're taking a good look at it, right? You're looking at what you've put into this project, this place, this job, this relationship. You're looking at it and you're like, let's see what's at the bottom. Page of Earth. You see potential, but is that enough? Is what I'm feeling right now. Is that enough? Page of Earth, Hermit, 6 of Air, Page of Water. We're getting all the pages over here. All the pages. And okay, so Messenger is actually Knights. Sorry, I always get it mixed up. This is, I haven't used this deck a whole lot. Not especially recently. Messengers is Knights. So Knights are all about like action takers. They take more of a risk. They don't tend to overcomplicate things or get all up in their head. So anyways, Messenger of Fire, Page of Earth, Page of Water. Yeah, so still in the early stages. This is still very new. This is still very fresh. There's still so much yet to explore. We look at this Page of Earth to the Hermit. there's a door you have yet to walk through. So that actually makes me think of the whole fairies of the future. All right, honesty, fairies of the future, mickle and muckle. It's like this is something that is about to take place in your life that you are having to prepare yourself for and be honest with yourself. Oh, my left ear is ringing. And it's gone just like that. That was fast, right? Be open to receive because it's going to happen very quickly. You have to react quickly, grab a hold, pay close attention because things are going to change quite quickly. As soon as this door is unlocked, you're going to go, right? 6 of air, you're going to go for it. You're going to take that next step. You're going to make that move. You've been given the key, all right? Now, 6 of air to the page of water. This is development in your emotions, how you're overall feeling about the way things are unfolding, about this wish fulfillment. There may be some sort of heart-to-heart conversation you end up having with another. This is about you having to open up, especially with the hermit, because hermit's more of like an isolated, solo, independent, keeping to yourself, self-reflective, soul-searching energy. So you've been doing a lot of self-discovery here, and now it's time to let it be known, or now it's time to open up, now it's time to express, now it's time to let others in, or it's like taking baby steps though. Again, it's still in a very new, inexperienced, like still testing the waters. It's still very much like dipping your toes in. That's at the bottom. Messenger of air. Knight of air, with the Hierophant. Okay, so there might even be some sort of commitment that you end up getting into, right? You're like, all right, I'm dipping my toes in the water. We're going to see how this goes. I'm going to see what happens. And then you find yourself very quickly ending up committing to a new practice, to a new commitment, a new relationship, a new position, a new something. Like, what is this? Emperor and the 5 of air. Something that's going to require a lot of intention and a lot of mindfulness and a lot of practice and consideration and consistency. So again, we're going to be going back to that 8 of earth. Practice makes perfect. There's something here that is going to require a lot more of your time and attention and effort and consistency. So it's a matter of, can you do this? Are you capable of incorporating this into your life right now? Is this something that you see fit for your future? All right. Is this something that you imagine your life with or without? Let's dive a little bit deeper into this. Messenger of fire. Knight of fire. Messenger of fire for Sagittarius. Why is this here? Strength, Leo energy. We have a full moon in Leo coming up. If you're listening to this reading, the time I post it, we have the Empress. It's sideways, so it's not entirely upright, but it's not entirely in reverse. So that's kind of something that I'm getting like 50-50 energy right now. Like it may not. What, is this upside down? No. Yeah. All right, then Messenger of fire. We have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, like your feelings about this situation probably going to change. Look, we have the 8 of Pentacles coming out again. Something that you're practicing, being very persistent on. So I feel like with this Empress in the middle, it's showing that it's not, let me see here. Strength and the Queen of Cups. Wait, give me a second. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands. There's like a pause. This Empress energy feels like it's a pause before deciding, do you resume, do you continue, or do you fully stop altogether? Right? Strength and the Queen of Cups. This is emotional strength. This is emotional endurance. This is you having the ability to overcome and adapt, and also like having to follow your instincts and your intuition. The timing, divine timing is a big factor here. It's a huge influence in the situation. Strength in the Empress sideways. Give it room to grow. Whatever this is, give it some space. Give it some time to develop. You can't force nature. Again, some overlapping themes / messages that is coming through for you and for Cancer. Because I was saying that in Cancer's reading, you can't rush nature. Nature. I was going to say Rachel. Maybe that's your name. You can't rush nature. You can't. Nature doesn't have a set calendar date of exactly when things are going to happen, when that tree is going to bloom its leaves or have its flowers, or, you know, there's not an exact timeline. Like, it's going to happen. It's destined to happen. It's just, it might speed up. It might slow down. You can't really force this. There's something you can't really push or force. You have to just simply allow. But it might not be so simple. You might disagree and be like, it's not simple, Jade. 8 of Pentacles to the 2 of Wands. So now this is that energy of, okay, well, have you done enough? Is there a different approach? Should you just continue to keep going down this path and see what happens? You're wanting to make a decision, though, that's going to lead to the best outcome. 6 of Wands. You want this to be successful. So there's the need to, let me see, 6 of Wands, King of Wands, the Sun. There's some kind of acknowledgement. Either this is like divine acknowledging your persistence and your dedication. And this could be about that full moon that's occurring, right? This full moon in Leo. This is maybe a time where your efforts are now being highlighted or amplified or being seen, being cherished, being rewarded, acknowledged, approved, accepted. I'm getting an energy that may be taking place around this time or this weekend that's coming up. There's something coming up about divine timing, Wheel of Fortune with Judgment, and then the Knight of Wands. A lot of fire, a lot of fiery energy. This is going to confirm for you the decision that you're making. Well, it's the right call, it's the right choice, it's a good approach. Cool. So the Star. I split the deck, 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Right? You're at this crossroad about this wish, about this desire. You're in this deep contemplation. What do you want to experience? And even the Star, it's Aquarius energy, having to be a bit detached. Kind of the Star. And like in control. 8 of Swords, and this is now where you, and it's sideways, so it's not entirely reversed, it's not entirely upright. It's like there's moments where you find yourself in your head, or there's moments where you find yourself feeling stuck or restricted, or you're looking at this wish and you're questioning, is this even possible? Am I deserving of this? Is this actually happening? Then you may self-sabotage, then you may talk yourself out of this, you might think negatively of this desire, you might be getting sucked back into the past, or fears, or, you know, fear of getting hurt, or fear of a disappointment, fear of how you're being perceived, like whatever these fears are, it's just in your head. And then the thing is, then, because this is in the middle, now it's like, okay, reverse. So the Star and the 8 of Swords reverse, you're not allowing yourself to give in to those doubts or give in to the negative thoughts that you're experiencing, or those blockages. You're questioning it, you're seeing through any illusions. So it's kind of like an energy that keeps bouncing back and forth, and you're having to like keep it in check. So this is something you're having to practice. And I'm also getting an energy of like practice detachment here. We have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. So this is like 8 of Pentacles is something you have to kind of like commit to this whole process, trying to think in your favor. Try your best to look at the situation in your favor rather than against you. Think in your favor. Talking about the Star for Aquarius, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, this is all about being persistent, dedication, and really having to power through and be strong. Okay, and you may need help, or you might need to ask for some sort of support. You might be feeling very protective over your wish fulfillment. That's at the bottom. The 6 of Cups. You're like refusing to repeat the past, or you don't want the past to repeat itself, basically. Talking about the Star. The Tower. The Page of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's this news coming on in, or there's information coming on in. Comes in as a bit of a surprise, but this is opening up the door for something long-term, something I was gonna say logical. So Page of Swords is logic. So there's like a logical approach to this longevity, something that can be long-lasting, okay? This wish that you have, this desire that you have, it's yours. There's some adjustments that you're making, right? We were looking at that from from the 8 of Earth to the 7 of Earth. There's going to be an adjustment that you make. And perhaps this clarity or conversation or this truth is going to illuminate what needs to be done to have a foundation that's able to support this desire or this wish, to really stabilize it and bring it together, make it concrete, you know? So something's becoming more concrete, something that's becoming set in stone. Okay, it's like locked in. Like securing your spot, securing your place, securing your name, securing, something's becoming secured. 8 of Earth for Sagittarius. So whatever this is, it's yours. Ace of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Yep. You look at you. You secured your spot. You secured it. It's yours. Claim it. No need to doubt. No need to second guess. This is yours. It's secured. It's written in stone, baby. We have the Four of Wands also at the bottom. I actually wanted to pull one more on this 8 of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. Yep. It's yours. Yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. So this is clarity about the choices that you made, about a commitment that you're making or you're fully investing into. You're looking at this very seriously, you know, with the King of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. This could be representing, you know, a living situation or a long-term investment. Maybe it's your business or your job, your employment, where you're at, your career, you know, like this is talking about your legacy that you're creating / the legacy that you'll leave behind one day. This is talking about your determination and your dedication and your focus and your willpower and your drive, and just like you're locked in. Okay, you're freaking locked in. Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. This is you also rewriting this path that you're on, what you want for your long-term future. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this is what keeps coming on out. 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords. If you need to have any important talks, important discussions, again, I think I'm repeating myself. This is the time to have those talks about those futures, about the plans that you and your boo, or you and your family, you and your children, you and whoever that is part of this foundation, of this environment, this community, this circle. You're having to have these discussions, and this is now where we're planning ahead, and it's like step-by-step blueprint, basically. Honesty, right? We were seeing that earlier with the honesty card. There's this need to address certain matters. Maybe some of y'all are getting a lawyer, paperwork, all that jazz. But we also have the World at the bottom, which could even be saying that you've done enough, you've put in enough effort, you put in enough work, you've made it, and now this is a time for you to sit back, relax, and surrender, and just like bask in the moment, bask in the glory, bask in the, you know, the fruits of your labor. All right, 7 of Earth. Seven of Earth for, I was going to say Capricorn for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting Capricorn energy. 3 of Cups along with the Moon in the reverse. There could be something you're celebrating around this time. 10 of Cups also at the bottom. There might be some sort of news that comes in. You have news to share with a loved one, or your loved one, someone nearby. It could be a friend, could be a sibling. But there's something you're going to be celebrating, some sort of great news coming in that is coming to shake things up in the most beautiful way. Maybe this is something that you were anticipating, you felt was coming for a while, but you know, you just didn't know when. And remember what we were seeing earlier with the whole like trust the process, you can't force nature, but very soon it's going to happen, very soon it's going to take place, and you're probably going to find yourself laughing, be like, oh my gosh, it's finally here, I knew this was happening. But it's like you knew, you were anticipating this, you sensed it was only a matter of time, but the universe still kind of surprised you and be like, here we go, it's happening now. And you're like, whoa, right now, today, holy shit. Yep, it's happening very fast. And you're gonna be very pleased. I think you're gonna be very satisfied. Ten of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, right? You're kind of looking at this like, oh, this is going to take a while. This might take months to happen. This might take years to happen. You're kind of like, yeah, like, I wish it would hurry, but like, okay, I get it. I got to practice patience and, you know, I got to just let things happen, unfold naturally. And then boom, bada bing, it's here. You are going to just be so happy, so truly happy. Yeah. It's truly going to blow your mind. Truly. Page of Earth and the Hermit. I'm going to look into these cards together. Page of Earth and the Hermit for Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, the way this kid, he's looking over at this door, the door is glowing. It's like, you're ready to walk through this door. The door is calling for you. Being like, Saggy, I'm unlocked. Don't you want to walk through and see what's on the other side? Some of you, this is involving travel or moving. Just saying. An adventure awaits. Page of Earth and the Hermit. There's something about you having the answer within, like deep down in your core, you know what's about to happen. You've been anticipating this. We have the Two of Cups, and then we have Death in the reverse. I'm getting an energy of like rekindling a connection, or that this isn't the end between you and another. Eight of Cups. You may have had to walk away temporarily, but whatever's truly meant for you will never pass you by. Eight of Cups to Page of Cups. Someone wants to talk to you. Oh, and then we have the Two of Pentacles underneath that. Someone on the fence of whether or not they should reach out to you or break silence, or, you know, if they should approach you. I think that this is probably going to take place. Maybe this is something you're considering, like, should you reach out to this person? Should you not? Do you dare to open this door and see what happens? But Death in the reverse, something hasn't ended. There's some sort of longing for a new beginning. Something's not dead. It's not dead. It's dormant. Okay. It's not dead. It was a bit stuck. It was a bit stagnant. There's this connection. The love is still there. There's this strong magnetic attraction between you two. Let me see more about this. We have the High Priestess. There's something that you feel energetically pulled towards, and logic, maybe it doesn't make sense at all. You could try to be as logical as possible, but this seems way more spiritual. This seems way more like deeper than you might even be able to comprehend right now, which is why Spirit is guiding you towards, okay, explore this. Walk through this door. This is coming up for a reason. Your soul is here to grow through this experience, through this connection, through love, through, like, I feel the Two of Cups and the High Priest, this is a very divine partnership. This is someone that is here to help your soul grow and elevate and ascend to a higher level, and vice versa, you to them. I feel here that there could even be like telepathy, or a lot of just being on the same vibration, being on the same frequency, picking up on each other's thoughts and energies and emotions, and even at like the most strangest times of the day or night. There seems like there's something you have yet to discover here. We have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Geez, 777. 777. Maybe you're seeing that number. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of fantasy and a lot of dreaming and a lot of imaginary, like imagining what could be. But it's all up in the air right now. It needs to be brought back down to reality. But I do see an energy of like withholding or holding on to the past. Six of Cups, and then the Four of Pentacles. I do see an energy of holding on to some past experience. Someone has been wearing some sort of armor to protect themselves from being vulnerable. So even the High Priestess can represent being very secretive or mysterious. High Priestess to the Two of Cups, although this is a very spiritual connection, there's some sort of gap or distance. You may feel like your person is being distant, or they feel like you are being distant, or you're both are distant from one another, or withholding information from one another. So it's time to clear the air. Or it's time to, when we saw earlier, it's time to be honest, it's time to talk. Okay? Six of air and the Page of water. Let's take a look into this. Whoa! Card explosion. First of all, well, maybe we'll take it. Why not? So we have the unknown card. When the unknown card comes out, this is specific to this deck, it means that there is an event that is yet to take place. This has not happened. This has not occurred yet. So this communication, this conversation, or this travel, this hasn't happened yet. This has not occurred yet. Okay, this is something that's going to take place in the near future, possibly even after this reading, you guys. So the unknown card. What's going to happen? Let's see what's underneath this. Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is probably some sort of news or information, a conversation that takes place. This is where things are going to start to speed up and very quickly, very rapidly. So underneath the Knight of Swords, we have, oh, the Three of Swords. Okay, so this might bring up some heavy, intense emotions. This might be someone acting in a way that is triggered, or let me see what's underneath the Three of Swords. It is the Queen of Swords. So let me look at this for a second. Why does this look like this Knight of Swords is coming to the rescue? Someone here is suffering or in a lot of pain, and this Knight of Swords is like, let me help you, let me save you. Meanwhile, this Three of Swords person, they're like detached, they've become numb, or they're trying to overcome this hurdle, and this Knight of Swords is trying to like help them. They're like running after this Queen of Swords. This could be someone who's wanting to apologize, or someone who's wanting to like fix things. Someone wants to fix things, whether they mess things up, you mess things up, or maybe it has nothing to do with them, but they see you're in a funk, or they see that you're struggling. They want to help you. There's like, let's see here. Like someone is noticing you're suffering, or this is you noticing someone around you is suffering, and you're trying to like swoop on in and save the day. We got heavy air energy. All these cards, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is so let me get this straight. The unknown card, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Someone is like wanting clarity, being like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Is something bothering you? Right? Unknown card and the Knight of Swords. Someone wants answers. Someone wants information. Someone wants clarity or closure, or like they want to communicate. This is what you want. And then someone who's in like pain, or someone's going through it. They're being very cold or detached or aloof or distant and numb. Okay. Let's see here. Anything else about this Six of Air and the Page of Water? So things could get emotional between you and this person. Things could get heavy. Just a heads up. Six of Water and the Six of Air and the Page of Water. Knight of Cups. Six of Water. The Queen of Pentacles, Six of Water, and the Page of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So yeah, there's someone here who's struggling. I'm not sure if you're the one that's struggling, or if you're dealing with somebody who's struggling, but there's one person that's struggling, and there's someone who wants to like come on in and like help. So either you're wanting to help somebody who's going through it, or you're going through it and someone wants to help you, and they witness that you could use a little support or helping hand, or vice versa. Someone has a lot of love for you. They want to provide for you. They could be helping you out financially, or just giving some kind of support. Okay. And it seems like someone is like either at odds with themselves. I'm really drawn to the Lion here. Okay. And then we got that full moon in Leo. So maybe things are getting a little bit dramatic. Someone here could be like struggling with like their pride and ego or the way that they're being perceived, or maybe this is someone who struggles with asking for help and you can tell that they're clearly struggling, but they're rejecting your help. Well, if they're rejecting your help, there's nothing you can do about it, right? You gotta just be like, all right, is what it is. Like, walk away. You can't save anybody who doesn't want to save themselves, right? And some people just need to do it on their own, lick their own wounds, sort of thing. Five of Wands to the Six of Wands tells me that whatever this challenge is, there's some sort of issue or challenge or obstacle, but you will overcome this, or whoever's going through this challenge, they will overcome this. It's temporary. It will be something that is not going to last. You'll move past this. This is happening to bring things back into balance, back into alignment here with the Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles and the Chariot. Again, I get this vibe of like help or support or assistance, but someone's kind of like doing it on their own or just like used to doing things by themselves. And so when we go back to, Crystal, we go back to the Oracle cards from earlier, Bright Mother with Unity. This is about like coming together as a community, as one, nothing separate, nothing, You know, we look at the Bright Mother, there's the mother, there's a child, there's all these different beings. So this is telling me the need for companionship, the need for community, the need for, when the Three of Cups, my eyes are drawn to the Three of Cups, the need to come together. But some people are struggling with that, or some people are having difficulty of vulnerability. Maybe this goes back to the feline of like unfinished business, old cycles, or the need to like clear something out or be honest with themselves or be honest with you. Like, I don't know, honesty's in the air. Big fat honest truth bombs in the air. Alrighty, well, I think I'll leave your reading here, Saggy. Very complex situation. Might be very specific, might not be for everybody. Let me know how it resonates. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Private readings are available down below if you wish to book with me. And I'm also starting to post again on my Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow me over there. It's JadeStoneTarot. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye.